All right, hello everybody. We are coming to you live from King of the Hammers. Today and yesterday being qualified for start position. And it's been a heck of a week, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's been a week, that's for sure. It's been busy. But the past few days have been nothing but good, so we're happy.
So, let's see, thanks everybody for joining us. We're coming to you live on Facebook and YouTube. We'll give everybody a minute here to get on. Look like they're getting on. Anybody
Yeah.
notable?
Anthony Paquette, David Hossener. Let's see. Mike Sage, Gerald Tucker, Russ Tummel, Steve Waterman, Steve Bird.
Nice.
What's up, GenRight Team? Looks like all is well for Rick Harrington.
Hello, GenRight Nation. That's awesome. We appreciate everybody being with us. Is that another microphone thing you plugged in?
Oh, God.
They can hear us better now.
Maybe.
Hello, everybody. Thanks for joining us. We are live here from the lakebed here in Johnson Valley at King of the Hammers.
I feel like we're
2023.
here now.
I know it does. I just got refilled on water, so now I'm like, thank the Lord.
Your shower's reset.
We're back set. So.
No audio?
Well, it didn't a minute ago. Now it will. Right?
But that's on this one.
That one says no audio.
Yeah.
The little box is on.
Uh-oh. On.
Your little box isn't on.
The receiver's not on.
Is that what it is?
No, it was on.
Yep. Can't hear you, they're saying. I turned yours on.
They're not muted?
Well, you maybe muted one by accident. That's possible. Let's see.
Sorry, everybody. We're working on it.
Hold on, we're gonna fix our audio.
Can you see the little display popping?
I can on this one, not on this one.
Anything on that one?
No.
No.
To our.
Oh, now we got two solid lights. That's looking better.
Nothing. You got anything?
Maybe. Peter, you see anything?
Oh man.
Oh, I thought you were checking on your phone.
Let me do that.
We're lucky to have anything out here.
How about we just
unplug
unplug
and go like full
phone audio?
audio only?
Better. Okay, can you hear us now?
Okay, so we're going to talk extra loud. Thanks everybody for joining us. I don't even know what day it is. It's Wednesday of something.
Wednesday.
Is today the 8th? It is the 8th. Peter's giving me the nod. It's the 8th. So we're here in our pit garage and we're here at KOH. We've got Jordan and Gunner over there. They're going to join us in a second. We've got Peter and Jeff who qualified yesterday. Lots of exciting stuff. You just came back out for one of the trails today, right?
Yeah, and we're running like crazy, so.
Kind of staying closer?
No, they're saying it's better now.
Oh, it's better now?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
The mic is going.
Better? I think it's the other one. There you go. All right, maybe everybody can hear us a little bit better now. We're having some problems with our mics here. Not sure why, but what's new right on the live? It's always something. Anyways, Jeff just was out pre-running today, checking out all the intersections because there's a lot of connections.
It's all the connecting trails in the rocks.
Yeah.
One rock shows you right, that's where you get real lost.
Yeah, for
That's
sure.
where I'm thinking.
I know that's what
Hundreds of notes on it.
Yeah, it's a lot. Okay, so while you're here, why don't we get Peter over here and let's talk about your car, your experience, and ultimately qualifying. So, it's been a good journey getting here.
Yeah, been amazing. So here we are. I'm Peter Dillon, car 353, and my co-dog is the amazing Jeff Perkins here next to me. And he has been out looking at all the trails for the last 3 days. We got here on the car issues. Past those issues, I have a lot of belts spare. If anyone wants to buy any belts, I've got lots of different belts, different lengths. We've been pre-running the last 2 or 3 days, and it was a lot of fun. did some fast. We did most of lap 1 2 nights ago in the desert, about 70-ish miles. And yesterday we qualified for EMC Pro Mod 4500 class, up Chocolate Thunder, down idly shoes, and it was
Where'd you guys end up at?
we ended up
Ninth overall.
ninth overall in our
Nice.
class. Yeah,
Ninth in our class.
Yeah, that's what matters. right?
47th overall out of about 120 plus vehicles. And our goal was very simple. It was just make every obstacle. We got up Chocolate Thunder after watching, I think we were sitting under the start line for about 5 minutes, 10 minutes actually. And as we're sitting there, the guy, and if you look at the replay in front of me, the guy goes up the left line of Chocolate Thunder and flips his vehicle end over end, right in front of us. Jeff turns to me and says something along the lines of, how you feeling?
No, I said, don't let that psych you out. He wasn't even trying our line.
He wasn't on our line. We knew the sucker line was the left line in our type of vehicle. We had watched a lot of people. We had also pre-run Chocolate Thunder 2 weekends prior. So we knew that the right line, middle right, was our line. We also knew that you could really mess up your rig, so we didn't want to do it too many times because we broke our steering box that we tried it. So we actually decided that we were going to not pre-run this weekend before the qualifying run, because our goal is to get to the start line. So our goal is to get to the start line and then take the desert loop, then take the rocks and go from there. And I think if we have the right attitude and we don't kill the car, we will do well. So that's our plan.
Yep, very nice. Very nice. And can we turn and show them the car? We have enough latitude here to do that?
Fresh off an Alan Alvarez wax job.
Yeah, it looks good.
Clean.
And you got a few notable sponsors there, right?
Yeah, I want to thank obviously GenRight, because they're the ones that have taken all my money. Thank you, Tony. I've been a bit.
As far as I know, you haven't paid GenRight anything for this car.
For this car, that might be true. But the steps to get here. But I wanted to just say that as a customer and a friend of the GenRight Army, this has been an amazing journey. It's been a very short journey, 5 years to get here. It shows you what's possible. I really want to thank Vicky Thompson Performance, Thompson Tires and Wheels. They supplied us with the Boss 37-inch DOT tires. And by the way, these are the same tires that we did all the pre-running in, that we did the qualifying in. And if you were able to look at them closely, you will notice that they look pretty fresh.
Fairly warm. I know.
Fairly warm.
I cannot believe how good these tires look.
We'll get a close up in a minute.
If you watch any of the replays of when we took on Chocolate Thunder, we had to gun it to get out of the big hole we were in. And look at them. I mean, you can put them on your truck at home and drive to Walmart, and it's all good. That kind of green color on the tires, by the way, is the material they're spraying on the side to keep the dust down. I also want to thank, in a really big way, Raceline Wheels. Raceline provided us with an incredible set of wheels. Again, these Raceline wheels are beautiful. The rings you'll notice here are perfect. And Raceline really, helped us out. So thank you very much, Raceline. Michael 55 has been helping us with our they put on some great winch extensions for us. Jeff has to get out and actually winch. We've got this 50 foot in the actual spool itself and another 50 feet with a beautiful new soft shackle that they actually made here on site for us, which is fantastic. I also want to point out that both Jeff and I and our families, we have been impacted by cystic fibrosis. So if you don't know what that is, please look it up. 10 million Americans carry the gene and don't even realize it. It is very debilitating and unfortunately a killer for young children especially, and I've lost family members as others have as well. So we're kind of bringing a little bit of awareness to something that sometimes may not be actually highlighted. And if you listen to the replay, even the King of the Hammers team and Hammer Productions brought that up in their commentary as well. So thank you to Miles and all the team over at King of the Hammers Productions. We really appreciate it. And both Jeff and myself are raising money on Facebook. If you feel like giving away some dollars to worth the cause, please do so.
Esther Newcomb says she donated today.
And I noticed that.
Thank you, Peter.
Thank you very, very much. That's it. That's my, oh, sorry, one last call out to Vision X, excuse me. Vision X actually came to our rescue a little bit yesterday. We were pre-running the night before in the desert, and Jeff is calling out, turns, etc., and speeds, and I could see maybe 20 feet in front of me, which was not very comfortable at the speeds we were doing. So we just got yesterday a really great Vision X amber desert lights that penetrate different wavelengths. Boom! Take a look at these lights. We actually, if you notice on the video, we did the actual. There's the locals, when we did the qualifying yesterday, we had the lights on, and even in daylight, in bright light, coming up to an obstacle, we're shadows in certain places, and you'll notice that there are a lot of hidden rocks and obstacles that are in those shadows that catch you at the speeds we're going at. Vision X lights penetrated that dust that was right in front of us and really gave us a great view of the road ahead, so thank you. I just want to say also just a huge thank you to the entire, I'll end how I started, to the GenRight team. We're here in their garage with their mechanics, with their people. If we needed something, some of those runs out to the local town, 29 Palms or Yucca. You can't do what we're doing without the community and the support of the team. So thank you very, very much.
Esther wants to know, Peter, how you came up with your design for your KOH t-shirt.
Oh, that's Jamie, I believe.
No. I think she actually bought your
sorry. Yes. Thank you very much. You bought my T-shirt. You may have noticed that they left me out on the team T-shirt, but that's okay. We'll forgive them for the split infraction. This design here is my wife's design. If you know anything about the horse industry or the horse business, this is what's called a 20-meter circle, and it's a movement that you do in dressage, in horse riding. It's actually really, really hard to do because horses don't like to do three exact 20-meter circles. That's not what they do in nature, so it's a big test. So if you're in the horse industry and you look at this, you go, I know exactly what that is. So it's not a knockoff Audi logo, it's a real, for the inside display.
But Hammertown looks at it and goes, what the heck is that?
What we know here in Hammertown is horsepower.
Yes. Horsepower, horsepower. So thank you for the question.
Jerome said he bought a Peter and Jeff t-shirt too.
Thank you very much.
Nice, all right. Talk about the number plate.
Yeah, so the number plate's a bit different. You'll notice, unlike a lot of the other cars that are out here, you'll notice that for our class, it's an orange background, that's mandatory. But then you notice we have a red number with a kind of a white sort of outline. This is unique this year. This is brand new for KOH. This is for the rookie program of 2023. So myself and Jeff were very fortunate to be inducted into the first rookie program. This is where we got access to lots of drivers, lots of inside meetings. There's a private Facebook page where we're able to ask questions and get access. So this means that, as we're sitting here in the garage, the camera crew can come around and asking us questions and looking out for us. Even on the start line yesterday for qualifying, we had a camera crew come up to us and interview us real quickly at the start line. And we have on the roof of the car as well the number of the vehicle. We're going to be chased by a helicopter as well and get a certain number of minutes of helicopter chase time during the race. And Jeff will have to do both.
Did you tell your starting positions?
So we're going to be at an 8 a.m. start Pacific time. So we're going to be 47, let's say it's 48, divided down by 2 is 24. So divide down, that's divided by 2 again, which is, so we're going to be about 48 start time.
On Friday.
If they start on time. If they start on time.
Yeah.
But,
They're in a Friday race.
So we're in the 22nd or 23rd pairing. Every 30 seconds, 2 cars off the start line. And we start the short course right behind us right here. So we don't have far to go for the start. Jeff, what have you learned in the last week as we've been here?
I've learned a ton. Just about driving, what we have to do. Talking to the driver the entire time. I know I'm awake over there.
I'm a chatty driver.
He's a chatty catty, I'll tell you that.
We're coming down idle issues in qualifying yesterday, and I kind of had that moment of like zen. You kind of know that right now is the moment you're going to screw it up, because as soon as you back off in your brain. So I decided to start talking to kind of keep myself engaged. Qualifier 4,400 going pounds right now. Here is my V6 Eco Turbo. But I'm just going down idle issues, and we're just talking to each other. And as you'll see in the in-car inside the car. We haven't released it yet. We're just sort of processing it earlier today. There's an extraordinary level of a release of tension because it's been like a year since we decided to do this. And folks, I would not be here without Jeff and the GenRight team. We got the car about 10 months ago, 12 months ago. I'm going to do a shout out.
You got the car about a month ago.
We got the car in Cortez, in Colorado. Yes, about a month ago. And I drove it from Virginia to Colorado, picked it up, brought it out to GenRight, and then I had to go to work. I had to then leave it and jump in an airplane and head off somewhere. And I'd get text messages from Jeff like, hey, we're doing this, we're doing that, and so it's a lot of work. But I'll tell you one thing: when we crossed that laser beam at the finish of Chocolate Thunder qualifying 2023 rookie class, King of the Hammers Pro Mod 4500, we had an extraordinary release of energy. We were like so excited, and I want you all to feel that, because if you ever have a chance of doing this, my advice to you is simple: grab it. You're never old enough, you're never young enough, just do it. I'm not exactly a spring chicken myself, and this is my moment. I've got to grab it and go with it, because a few years from now, you never know. So go for it is my advice to you, and go with a partner, with the greatest partner I've had a chance to work with. It's Tony and the GenRight family, so thank you very much.
And I got to see the in-car footage he's talking about earlier today, and it's awesome. These guys, that energy he's talking about is really cool.
Jeff rules.
Right. There's one of those on this car, and he hasn't found it yet.
We have a couple of Easter egg stickers on the car. There's one on the roof. The car is called Gizmo, by the way, which is a rescue terrier that we have at home. And he's offline yesterday because a lot of people couldn't make it up in the earlier stock classes. We stopped at 6,000 RPM up that hill in 4 low. Why did I say real simple? Because Jeff was saying, hey, you want to go to 4 high? Let's rip across this ridge line. I was like, I ain't touching anything right now. It's all working. Let's just keep everything together. I think the engineer of this car was just absolutely amazing.
So for a lot of you that don't know, this was Jordan's original 4500 car that he drove for, 4 or 5 years.
Yep.
And then it got sold off, and then you were able to buy it back, which
Yeah.
is great. I love having it back in the family.
Yeah.
So.
Which has worked out great, because there's been a few things on this car that we've had questions about. Jordan and Darren are right over. They know the exact answer, like how to fix it, what we need to
belt
do,
size,
why it was made this way. Yeah, so it's
On
been very cool.
Darren's laptop is a special spreadsheet. And on that spreadsheet are the answers to every question that we needed. Right? And I had to take a picture of the screen. So this has been, if you think about it for a moment, an awful lot of cars are out here with exotic parts, custom built, fabricated one-off vehicles, maybe two-off vehicles. With everything in this there, you can get on GenRight.com and weld it on or bolt it on into your vehicle. The actual suspension.
Almost everything.
Almost
it
everything.
did start life as an actual TJ.
Yeah.
Like a
Has a VIN number.
TJ.
There's an actual VIN number for this
Yeah.
vehicle.
So, but it's been modified, but it still has some of our off-the-shelf parts.
Yep.
And all our suspension geometry is off the shelf.
Yeah.
Double triangulated 4-link for the Legend kit, 3-link for the Legend kit. Part number you can buy on our website right now.
Yep.
Tony, they want to know if you have any thoughts on Shannon Campbell's qualifying run.
Oh, wow.
So I knew once he stalled that he was going to be over the top. I knew that was going to happen. It's really hard as a racer to make a mistake, and then you just feel obligated to try and make it up. And I was not surprised at all. And the guy is one of the luckiest drivers I know. Somehow he always lands on the wheels.
He rolled. They rolled over once or
I
twice.
think he went all the way over back up, and then he was headed toward the wall.
Yeah.
So we had to back up and then take off. But man, his recovery is like unbelievable.
He knows how to put on a show, that's
He
the
does,
thing,
he
sure.
does,
Best
yeah.
show.
Yeah.
So
That's going to be on the highlight reel for years.
there's George.
It's
So now
Jordan
let's go from your car.
Welcome.
and Gunner.
All right, we got to talk pretty loud because the microphones are not great. She's going to cup her hands to help us here. Jordy, why don't you talk to everybody about how the week's gone, and then we'll work all the way back up to today and the qualifying run. So Tell them kind of what's involved. Maybe introduce Gunner.
Yeah.
You know, this will be his first time talking to everybody on Tech Talk, so have at it.
Yeah, so this is Gunnar Velasquez. He's been my co-driver for racing in general for probably 9.
Since you're 14.
Yeah, I was going to say probably 9, almost 10 years now. So he's been with me for a long time. We get along great. He gets to ride in this pig with me now. A little bit of an upgrade from that car. I mean, that car is
And actually today was the first time during qualifying, if I remember right?
Yeah, first time
Yeah.
qualifying.
With the car.
Yeah.
And if we have any questions, just let us know and we can.
We got a
Stop.
question for Jordan. What do you think about racers that use portals?
Well, I am one of those racers,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
I hope I.
Clearance.
Yeah, no, it's definitely an advantage, but again, it's more moving parts. You know, we've really had good luck with them, but it's something else you have to spend money on to buy, to repair, to maintain. You know, it's just it's more stuff. So if you're okay with that, then I think they're awesome. But if you want to keep it simple and keep it light, don't care about losing a little bit of ground.
Just the timing being off a little bit, so it might minus up.
But
He got a great time. When he qualified, he was 6th, and that adjusts.
yeah.
So fast time in the front room.
Yeah, believe it or not, actually, we had a plan coming into it. We wanted to be at a certain spot in the pack, and we nailed our targets up. So that's good.
Yeah, 15 to 20 was our number, so we're right
Right there?
we're right there. Yeah.
Okay. And why don't you mention a few of the sponsors?
Lakebed with these tires, they were
Yeah, I don't
used when we
know
got
if you
here.
can zoom in on these at all, but they look good.
The Mickey's have been hooking up great. We've been running on these all week. Like I said, these weren't even due. We got here. They're already used, and I was like, well, might as well keep running.
Not a scratch on the sidewall.
No.
The tread looks good.
And we were
On it.
hammering them today specifically, but all week. But no, they're doing awesome. The shocks have been doing great. Fox has been working with us a little bit this week. We made some spring adjustments in the front. What else? RCB actually has been enriching all week.
Like 74 low.
Yeah, 74 Wells been helping us out. Portals have been no trouble this week. What else?
Warm winch.
Always all trusty.
We've already had to use that a few
Trusty,
times
always
this week.
works for us, yeah.
We had to use it a few times on Terremoto and maybe once on this.
Yep, and you got some new Vision X lights on the front.
Yep, we went over to Vision X yesterday. They hooked us up, got us dialed in.
It's been RHS block, right? Fast stuff.
No rock, fast.
Yeah,
Yeah, Terremoto. There, Torco.
Torco synthetics, which is great. We were running some experimental stuff.
Yes, we
That was
were
awesome.
running some prototype oil in everything that takes gear oil, so that's cool.
I'd like to thank GenRight Off-Road. Sponsors.
Question for Jordan. What do you do physically and mentally to prepare for the race?
Work on the race car.
Yeah, I mean, mentally work on the race car. Mentally is tough. Honestly, mentally is a lot harder than physically. I mean, that is all in your head. You can go to the gym and that's easy, but being in the right mindset for it and like mentally prepare for everything, whether it's literally even just going to work and working out every day, or being out here and figuring out what you're going to do that day, or the race itself. There's a lot that goes into that. So.
For the race day, I'll try to help him out, and I will try to bring him back, calm him back down for the first 10 miles. Everything's going, the heart's pumping, lots of cars going, and then I'll try and bring him back down to keep the calm car going and everything in one piece. Then after that, if once attrition sets in and we start getting tired, I'll try to bring him back up, get the car going, and also get him back to 100%. So
Yeah, this year it's
a
going to be a
roller
little
coaster.
different.
It's a roller coaster.
There's variables thrown at you all day long, right? And we know this year on lap 3, you don't get a chance to fit, so it's going to be a lot about keeping the car alive.
We've always gotten
Always.
a chance to fit, so
Yes.
that's,
So the thing's beat down, you guys are tired, like there's a lot going on. So
Scott Odell asked, on a scale of 0 to fudge it, how hard were you pushing on that qualifying run?
That was. I think like we could have done. I don't know. Again, it's one of those things where it's like, how far do you really need to push it? Like, I probably drove it at 100% of a comfortable pace. I could have driven it harder and more out of control and more, like just rolling the dice. But
Which you saw guys do.
being hot, but there was that was after the rock. We were already past the rock. Yeah. No, so honestly, we weren't even on the brakes that hard coming into it, but there was such like steep sand walls coming into that corner from everyone braking. Like literally, I was probably like 30 or 40% brake coming into that. But it was just the nose. It was the nose digging into those little sand walls that was throwing up all the sand. So
yeah, if you get a moment to watch the live feed over again on the YouTube channel, I believe, you go back a few seconds before that and you'll see where we hit a rock and just basically disintegrated over the roof of the car.
Yeah.
That was the ocean.
it scratched our hood.
Yeah.
See that? It dented the hood.
Yeah, we'll post the pictures of what it did to our skin later.
Yeah.
And Jerome wants to know, are there any trails or sections you're concerned about on race day?
I mean, I wouldn't say like anything specifically concerned about.
No, it's all stuff.
We've done the whole course now, so it's
Just keeping the car alive.
it's all screwed up. If we come into every single trail with a perfect car, then I'm not worried about anything. But the car starts getting beat down and getting tired, and things start trying to fall apart.
Dave's done his homework every year to make the very rough towards.
It's a good course this year.
I really appreciate the qualifying being back in the rocks, because I think before in the short course it allowed everyone to kind of just go through and then finish in a particular order. Now you see there's carnage, so it's going to be interesting. So yeah, I really appreciate the rocks.
Brent Palmer asked, why the left line versus the right line at the gatekeeper, and good qualifying run.
It's wider. Our car actually fits through that line. Our car would go through the right line, but it would not be easy on the car. We would have to really be flogging it through that line.
Brent, you guys couldn't see it, but there was a big rock right in the hole that everybody kept getting hung up on. But that's where Jordan's car, all he had to do was just slide over the top of it. So, which you did great, just bombing right through there. So
yeah, right line's tight. It's perfect for Peter's car. They're what's the width on that?
like 82.
82 and a half. So this car is 92 and a half. So it's literally 10 inches wider than Peter's car.
This is Nana's recap of the qualifying run.
Yeah.
You walked through Chocolate Thunder, bucking Bronco on the ridge, and sweet through idle issues. So majorly cool.
That was not But
Let's see.
Pretty cool grandma.
You want to give a shout out to R1?
yeah,
Obviously, the brakes were important.
brakes worked. Were they working when you needed them to? That's all that matters.
Odyssey batteries, right?
Yep.
Keep this thing going.
Yeah, we had some alternator issues earlier today.
Right.
While we were practicing
Yes.
qualifying.
So the batteries are the only thing keeping it
Yeah, we
going.
literally drove basically the last bit of practicing and all the way back to camp with no alternator. So that saved our butt.
Yep. And then Sewing Machine from Links, FK Rod-Ends. I've always been a great supporter. So I know Rugged helped us out. Helped us get out here.
Yeah, Rugged. We took the car over to Rugged 2 days ago. They tuned it.
Plugged in, tested everything, fixed our common issue that we had on our behalf, and everything's good to go. So,
Yeah, I'm excited. Everything's working good. We've got a little bit of work to do now, but that's nothing new. Yeah, we all know.
We have the last minute questions.
Nope.
I'll welcome back to Mike, and we'll talk about a couple other vehicles we got here. If you step over this way.
Yep.
All right, I'll get out of the car.
He said fine.
Okay, so let's actually stay on the race, and then we'll come back to this. Albert Contreras has been a driver for all kinds of stuff going on. Is Albert still around? Come on over. There you go. So, how long ago did you build this? Wow. And you've been racing how long?
11 years.
Yeah, nice.
11 years. Same vehicle. It's got the same heart and soul, but it's got different frame and 1 second frame body.
Nice.
Had a couple incidents.
Well, that happens when you get out there and push it, right?
Part of racing.
That's
when
right.
you push it,
So, stock class, you've always done good. How did you end up qualifying?
Jesus Christ, we qualified third.
Nice.
We qualified power more.
Oh, at the end of the day, when
Yeah.
it's tore up even more.
Yeah.
That's
So-
great.
So I ended up in the first.
Awesome.
Started with the truck.
Anybody you want to give a shout out to on your Jeep?
Well, I want to give a shout out to you first. Tony, thank you for supporting all my years of racing and behind my vehicle here with all your quality off-the-shelf
Got
parts.
all our GenRight
Got all your
armor
GenRight
in there.
stuff, and it helps my business, it helps your business and push the profit and move it with the vehicle here. I got tons of sponsors, but I mean, Mickey Thompson's one of my major sponsors now. The tires, Austin Tires, Austin Honda,
I didn't even know you were on Mickey's. That's great. I'm glad to hear that.
We're on Mickey's now. Of course, you've got rear axle, new shocks, it's got radios, it's new. Race Choice. Race Choice is a company East Coast. They do mainly NASCAR, but they called me up and
That's cool.
they wanted some presence in the West Coast, and here we are.
I'll tell you, you guys are the class 11 of the off-road
Sure.
four-wheel drive.
Right on,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's a rough one
Yeah.
on a 35-inch tire.
So, Jesus Christ, I don't know how much longer I can keep doing this because my back is like tweaking. We enjoy it, There's something about it that just keeps us coming back.
Oh, you're
and
good at
keeps
it.
the race.
You're good at it. You give a run for your money for sure.
We got some congratulations for Albert.
Thank you so much.
Any other questions for Albert?
Nope.
No? Doing good?
Yep.
All right, well, cool. Thanks for swinging by. Appreciate it.
Sure.
All right, man. Good luck out there.
Sure.
All right, so let's turn and talk about another vehicle that we participated in. This is the Cal 4-wheel. Every year they do a Win a Jeep raffle. And where are the tickets now, Ben? Okay, Ben's the one that actually built it. He's a dealer of ours up in the Sacramento area. And how much are the tickets? $20 a piece. Okay. So for $20, you stand a chance. This thing's probably $100 right? Yeah. So all decked out with our stuff, suspension, banner rocks, winch, right? A rooftop tent. There's a ton of stuff on this thing. So that's pretty cool. So both Ben and I have been involved in land use. It's important. And this is a great way for both you and I to get back to that effort, right? So
Cowboy is kind of behind the scenes to take care of this.
that's right. Yeah,
We don't think about it. We go use them for
That's right. They're the ones lobbying for us. That's right. So it's so if you're out here, come check it out. It's a really nice Jeep. You can buy tickets here. If not, you can go to Cal 4 Wheels website on the windshield there /win and buy tickets.
Buy them soon because it's raffled off next weekend.
Oh, next weekend. Wow. All right. So we're close.
What's this color called?
It's called Echo Green.
Cool.
It shows that bright and it looks.
Yeah. Oh, it does.
Oh, Jerome wants to know, did Ben ever figure out a better design for the lanyards for the GenRight half doors?
So it's a different project.
Different project.
Like open it,
Something with the doors.
like a limit strap.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, something we can discuss sometime.
Okay. All right. Well, it sounds like that's something you better reach out to them.
Sometimes
Yeah. Yeah. When we get together with something like this, it's like everything goes to the side for sure. So, all right. Any other questions about the Gladiator? Anything else you want to mention about it, or?
it's been a fun project. Thank you, Tony and GenRight, for all the body armor, the rockers,
Yeah, really, it's good. Yeah, a lot of people in the scene are rocker guards with the step
These
Gladiator.
welded on, so they're solid.
That's great.
You know, Gladiator sits a long wheelbase.
Need protection.
Rock jock suspension. Full-stone shocks.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's good.
Nana wants a ticket, Ben.
Yeah, Nana, my mom. Okay.
Yeah, it's built for camping and wheeling. And I think great rig for somebody.
It's got lockers, everything, right?
No lockers.
Not yet?
Ears.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
Got everything else.
yeah, so you gotta spend a few grand on it. That's okay. That's okay for the minimal investment. Yeah. Cool. All right. Let's see. What else we got? No other questions right now?
No questions right now?
Okay. Thanks, Ben. Thank you. Yeah, of course. And then let's walk back in here for a minute. Anything else you want to talk about?
I think the most important thing is set your alarm clocks for Friday morning, 8:30-ish Pacific time zone. And I think between myself and Jeff, we're going to have some fun, and we're going to get out there and give it a go. And thank you for, by the way, for everyone who's messaged both of us on social media and text messages, emails. It actually means an awful lot to us because we're stuck out here on the lake bed. The fact that we have a live taking place right now is
Pretty amazing.
pretty amazing.
Yeah.
And we're on satellite. If you're wondering how we're doing this, we're on satellite. And sometimes the technology might not be as reliable as you have at home, so please bear with us.
Yeah.
But no, I think it's going to be a great weekend. And watch out, Jordan is in a great place for Saturday morning. And you know, it's going to be fun watching him on the desert in that car as it stretches its legs and you know hauls in some of the leaders who are probably fixing a lot of parts
Yes.
on their vehicles.
Yeah, these guys putting down the day.
It's a good show though.
It was a great show.
Yeah.
How's the team doing?
Team's doing good. More and more people keep showing up every day. Like Peter was saying, you know, it's a pretty big effort. Everything going on. We got people working on the generator. We got people, you know, cleaning up here in the garage. They're going to be working on the cars, helping get packed. You know, gunners helping you, right? So we got co-drivers helping co-drivers.
That was a big eureka moment for me. Was just how hard the job of a co-driver actually is. It's not just following a line like you do when you're getting down to the local supermarket with a GPS in your car. It's a very different experience. You're in a hostile environment. It's shaking around. It's noisy. You've got a helmet on, gloves, fire suit, and then you have two GPS systems that you're trying to manage and communicate. So I think that was a big. I actually think I have the easier job. I think Jeff's got the tougher job, and I really mean it. Because if he makes a mistake, we go in the wrong direction. You know, if I hit something or hit something, you know. So it's please don't think that it's a driver and a co-driver. It is a driver with a co-driver, and that's making a huge difference. And that team gelling together is really powerful.
Yeah.
He's been super patient with me, by the way, everyone.
And then, you know, when you do need to have them on the outside winching, you know, that's an important job to do. You know, to get that done as good as you can.
Yeah, it's pretty limber to get out of the. By the way, you don't see a nice door with a step down, so Jeff has to haul himself out of the vehicle and then, you know, run ahead. And I don't know if you can see on the car here. If you want to come around and show you something that Jeff did. There's a winch. So as you can see, here's the winch, and it's much smaller than the winch you typically see on a Jeep. It only has 50 feet of 55 feet of rope. That's very deliberate. But you'll notice here that we have the winch spooled out. So we actually have the winch sitting, the actual synthetic rope, worn rope is sitting inside the actual vehicle. Shackle forward. It's already, therefore, the clutch of the actual worn weight is already engaged. So that's a step that you have to eliminate from the moment. You can run uphill get his strap around a rock or hook onto a shackle that's already there and place some winch points are already here and set up by Factor 55 in certain places and more. And I have a button inside that allows me to engage. And then Jeff is actually wearing an actual remote radio on his fire suit, so he's talking to me in his helmet, so he never takes his helmet off, and we're communicating constantly. So, it takes a lot of work, it takes a lot of practice, and we've been out practicing it.
But we didn't need it.
We didn't need it.
Most importantly, this was set up for qualifying.
And we had electrical tape taping it down so it wouldn't move around. But electrical tape allowed us to just rip it off easily. It wasn't like Gorilla tape that would we'd hold it in place. So and at the start line when the starting officials came up and started looking at the winch line, he was looking at the black electrical tape. He went, "That's a good idea." And so it was.
You can also tape this, so you can just pull it.
Just pull it.
In theory.
So thanks to
that kind of preparedness is super important.
it's huge. I mean, look at what the team over at Factor 55, their booth, did for us 2 days ago. We got this beautiful new shackle, which you can see in this. It actually had this what they call the Ultra Hook. It has, if you notice, I'm actually holding it wrong because it's designed to be held with your fingers in place like this. That allows you to actually engage and release with your thumb, and then quickly re-engage the soft shackle with a clip. And you can see here they created this nice soft shackle. So Factor 55, thank you. This was great. And we didn't need it yesterday, but we know we'll be using it on Friday, and so we're very confident about that.
Yeah, that's having that wing strategy is super important. So the teams that don't do that, and we saw lots of people, even in the 4400 today, when their co-driver cleaned out, they
weren't ready.
stumbling around. They were not ready.
They were not ready. So amazingly, even some of the pros at the top level.
Yeah.
So I think to answer your question, which is what are we really looking forward to? We're going to spend more time getting prepared. Jeff pre-run today, and I was with him for a little bit of it. A lot of the interconnecting trails between the big rock trails, because we know that we'll kind of do our standard sort of twice walking speed trail kind of sort of speed and cadence. But the gaps in between, the connecting trails in between, we're going to hammer down. And so we wanted to get a really good GPS fix on any of the obstacles.
And they're the easiest spots to get lost.
Yes.
As a driver, that's where I'm struggling.
Yeah, there's lots and lots of trails to interconnect. So it's not obvious, not following a road. It's
And
not,
sometimes it's not the main path either. It's
No.
like
There's a lot of that.
they're trying to
Yeah.
trick you up.
Yeah, several times we're watching the small blue dot on the tracking device we had on the GPS, and we were like, hang on a second, we're off the trail, and we're on a good trail. And then you look to your right, we go, hey, there's like 4 trucks have gone through here. One of them must have been Dave when he was actually laying down
Yeah.
GPS.
And that's the only other one.
And that's the only other one. So when you're watching us on Friday and you're watching Jordan on Saturday, keep in mind that it all looks like we're all following a simple lay down track. It's not true.
It's not that.
It's as much of this KOH King of the Hammers is about the navigation, about staying inside your energy, and then and driving the car without breaking it.
Ari says you might look at a sailing clutch to hook the line in the vehicle so it doesn't make its way loose and grab a tire.
Maybe. I mean, if we're doing something like this, we plan to use it very quickly or not use it at all, in which case we put it back in. So we're certainly not starting the race with the winch right now.
No, that was for qualifying
Just for
Ari.
qualifying.
Yeah, it was for qualifying Ari because we were sitting there, as you may have noticed. Because thank you, by the way, for your video. We were sitting at the bottom of the hill saying, we had a plan. The plan was very simple. We're going to take 2 runs at that middle choke line. And if I couldn't get it on the second go, we were going to back off. We had a plan. I didn't have to say anything. Jeff was going to exit the vehicle, grab the line. We had it all worked out. We had our hand signals worked out. And then we made it up, as you may have noticed, on the second go. And Jeff turned and went, thank you very much for making sure I didn't become, I didn't have to walk back down Chocolate Thunder to the finish.
Paul Land asked, how does Chocolate Thunder look after qualifying?
Oh, It's tore up.
It's crap.
It is, yeah.
For those of you who are used to coming out here like I was in my Jeep and just tootling around on Chocolate Thunder as a warm-up trail, it is now a full-fledged gatekeeper to
Yeah, I
bigger
mean,
house.
you just saw 100 Ultra 4 cars go through there and struggle. Like, it is tore up. Yeah. So, and I did want to mention to everybody, you know, this is where me, GenRight, figured out who makes all the good parts. This is where we, you know, whether it's Warn or Summit Machine or JE Real Drive Shafts or Mickey Thompson Tires, all these brands that we talk about are because of doing this. You figure out who the good companies are and the good products real quick.
Yeah, if you have a spare weekend and you can come to Johnson Valley, I would even come out here to watch and get an idea of what the products are that are working before you make a big purchasing decision. I think it's a really great place before you put all that time and money into a 1-year build or a 2-year build you're going to do. Come out here and just sort of walk around in the bottom of Chocolate Thunder. Two types of vehicle, 2 types, broken down and not broken down. I can tell you right now, there's a commonality between the ones who are not broken down.
Yeah.
And they're not the biggest vehicles, they're not the ones with the biggest tires, not the ones with the biggest sort of macho-looking vehicles. They're the ones put together like a system that everything connects.
And it's clean.
It's clean and it just works. And if you look at the video of this car coming down idle issues on the rock section when it's all off camber, you don't see my tires lifting off the ground.
The vehicle's not leaning, it's smooth and planted.
We felt really comfortable coming down. And if anyone on the video, very, very easy. And anyone who's done idle issues going down, up is one thing. Down, very different.
Yes.
We were tootling along. It was great.
Any other questions?
No questions.
I don't even know how we're doing time-wise.
It's not time for our
50
team
minutes.
meeting.